What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you haven't been here before, welcome to Faith-Based Apologetics, the channel that levels up your faith by using apologetics. But I don't just do apologetics, I show you guys how to do apologetics as well. So you guys can go out and share the gospel any way that means, whether that be YouTube, Facebook, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Hopefully you're on YouTube because you're watching this via YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. So today I want to talk about something pretty interesting. I saw another content creator, fellow YouTuber, I can't think of his name right now, but hopefully I can remember to put here on screen what exactly his name is, because I'm so sorry I forgot your name right off the top of my head. This is my response video to that video. Basically, the conclusion of the video was, through his research and everything else, that we are no longer bound, technically, like legalistically, to tithe because that's based underneath the old covenant. I understand where he's coming from, but I don't know if I agree. And the reason for that is if you really think about it logically, right? The church, like it or not, a lot of people run the church like a business, and it being a quote-unquote business has to have a form of revenue incoming. So if it has no income, then it can't like pay the staff and people that, you know, that church employ, whether that be the cleaning lady or the pastor or so on and so forth. I know a lot of churches completely do it differently, and that's fine. Some pastors don't even get paid. If you look at it from a business perspective, that church has to have revenue coming in. This creator wasn't saying that we shouldn't tithe. His result or his conclusion was that we should tithe in abundance because of what Christ has done for us. And I agree with that part. He was saying also in part of this video that if a person doesn't tithe to a church, like say they don't go to a physical church, or they do, but they don't want to give their money to that church, then they should give elsewhere. It's a building where we gather and we worship, but also it's, again, ran like a business. And a lot of churches do great things with their tithes. So in Deuteronomy 14:28 through 29 states that we need to give tithes and offerings, but these tithes and offerings basically are going to help feed the needy and the poor. So as these tithes and offerings are coming in, they are to be distributed back into the community. There has to be money coming in to go out. So I know for a fact that, you know, if we don't tithe at my church, then the budget gets cut. And nobody wants that, right? Especially right now with everything that's going on. Another purpose of the tithe was to help support the Levites who served in the temple, right? And that's in Numbers 18:21 through 32. I understand what this individual was saying by we're not required by law because we're under the new covenant through Jesus. But I still think and believe that these things are important, and I think they still have value still today. So I think it's important that we talk about this as a Christian community, that we talk and say, hey, is this still relevant today? A lot of people like myself, I say yeah, I say it's relevant. And I'm not trying to twist what the gentleman was saying or anything. I'm just trying to like it was an interesting topic that I thought I could add to the conversation a little bit. I believe that we're not bound by the law to tithe, but I do believe that it is important to tithe, because that doesn't just affect like my pocketbook in the sense of like being like, oh yeah, I have extra money, right? But I do believe that it is important for us to support our local churches. I do believe it's important for us to support our local ministries. Now, granted, this person did not say that, hey, we shouldn't do this. I just think it needs to have a little more conversation than, well, if you don't do it, then yeah, you're good. That's my opinion on it. I would love to hear your opinion on it. Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's important for us to tithe to churches?